Hello YouTube, today we are going to take a look at the Polar Loop activity tracker. That said, this activity tracker tracks movement using the built-in accelerometer and also sleep and the quality of sleep. There's an optional accessory for about $60 and it measures your heart rate. I got my loop for about $90, that said, it did not come with the heart rate accessory. Let's start this review by talking about design. The band sits pretty comfortably on your wrist, but first of all, when you get it out of the box, you have to actually cut it to fit your wrist size. I was not very comfortable doing this, but now it fits perfectly. There is only one size option and you have to cut it no matter what, because it's huge out of the box. I heard some people reporting that the clasp is low quality. I don't think so, because the clasp works perfectly and it is a traditional watch clasp. During my usage of about 1 month, the clasp never opened on its own. All of the features are accessed just by touching the single capacitive button on the band. So all in all, the design is not perfect and it of course is not the most stylish band out there, but it gets the job done and it's pretty comfortable. The display is made out of red LEDs. They work fine indoors or in dimly lit places, but in direct sunlight they are not bright enough and you have to use your hand to cover the display if you want to see the information. As I mentioned before, the display is turned on by the capacitive button right next to it. There is no other way to turn it on. You cannot just flick your wrist to get the time, for example. The display cycles through 4 pieces of information each time you tap the button. First one is activity, second one calories, third one steps, and the last one time, so you can use this band as a watch. This activity tracker works like all the other activity trackers on the market. It uses accelerometer to calculate steps and movement, and in this case also to calculate whether you are sleeping or not. My favorite feature, compared to other fitness trackers, is that this one is waterproof, not just water resistant. It is waterproof up to 20 meters, so if you really want to, you can go diving with it, or of course swimming is no problem. Just make sure that you have your band fully charged before your swimming session, because each time you make a stroke and your hand lands on the water, it activates the capacitive button, so the screen turns on and this consumes a lot of power. So if you have less than 50% of battery, 1 hour of swimming will totally kill the battery. To sync the device, you simply connect it via the provided USB cable to a Mac or PC, or you can use the free mobile app for iOS and Android. But be sure that your Android device works with this band, because there is limited compatibility on the Android side. It uses Bluetooth 4.0 low energy or Bluetooth Smart to sync the data wirelessly with your phone or tablet. I experienced a few hiccups here and there with the wireless syncing to my iPhone, but after restarting the app it worked flawlessly. The app can also push notifications. So, for example, if you have been sitting for too long, it will give you inactivity alerts and prompt you to stand up and start moving. One thing which I do not like is the fact that you have to use a proprietary USB cable to sync the band to your computer. I like that it's magnetic, but there should be a better way. The battery life is pretty poor, so you will be charging this band almost every night. If you do not use the display and wireless syncing features, you can put it into airplane mode and you can last on a single charge for about 4 days, but you won't get more than 5 days of use out of it. So in conclusion, the design is okay, the screen is pretty okay, I like that it's waterproof, and the battery life is pretty terrible. Not only that, but also you need a proprietary charger, so you need to take extra cable wherever you go. Price is pretty reasonable and the features are the same, if not even better than on the competitor devices. So if you want to get into this fitness tracker activity thing, you can, and it won't cost you a lot of money. On the other hand, something like the Nike Plus Fuel Band looks much better and it's an overall better finished product. However, it is more expensive and lacks the waterproofness. Subscribe if you want to stay tuned for another fitness tracker review. I will be reviewing the Nike Plus Fuel Band SE and I will be comparing it to this device. So if you can't decide which one you want to buy, stay tuned for that.